Alright guys, today we're going to analyze the barbell deadlift. So what I'm going to do first is I'll play the video through of Joe deadlifting, and then we'll take it back and we'll see what he was doing. Alright, good. So let's take it back. So as you see, as Joe sets up next to the bar, you see that he tries to get real close. Keeping the bar real close. Pause it right here. I gotta give it up for the guy. He has a broken rib and he decided to deadlift. He's helping us out. So what we'd like to see is a bit more of an arch in the lower back, but that's fine given the situation that he had and we're not working up heavy. He also did a really good job of locking his elbows, keeping his elbows straight. You can hurt your biceps if you bend them. You notice that he has flexion in the knee, setting up with the barbell. His head isn't angled upward, which is fine. He does have a neutral spine alignment, so I'd rather see that than somebody looking at the ceiling. I'll play it through again. So as the bar comes off the floor, you notice that his hips do rise a little quickly, which we don't want to see, but then again, not a problem because this is just a form check video and he does have a broken rib while he did this. So play this through. Stands up all the way at the top, holds at the top for a second, and then puts it back down. Now in the deadlift, the muscles worked are primarily the posterior chain, what we would consider the posterior chain, which would really involve the entire lower back, the erector spinae, the hip flexors, the hip extenders, hamstring group, and glutes. He's getting a lot of work in the back. Hamstrings, glutes, lower back. But we can also see, because there is knee extension, he is working the quadriceps too. Assister muscles for the deadlift would have to be the abdominals, helping the bar get off the floor, staying tight. The trapezius, as the weight gets heavy and you start to round your upper back, your traps really do play a huge role. And obviously, the flexors on his forearm for grip, holding that barbell. So we're going to take it through and we're going to have Chris go now. And we'll see the slight form differences from somebody who doesn't have a cracked rib. Here's Chris, setting up again close to the barbell. He's squatting down real low, something we see with some athletes. Take it back a little bit, I'll put it in slow motion. Bar comes off the ground nice, locks it out nice and clean. Great lift. Let's take this back. So Chris does a lot of things that we really want to see when somebody is doing a deadlift. As you see, as he sits down to the bar, he gets his feet set. He has a great arch in his lower back. And as the bar clears the floor, he maintains that tightness in his back. His hips rise a little quickly, but then again, that's not so much a problem. It's only 135 pounds. Moves the bar straight through towards lockout. So some tips for the deadlift that we'd like to say is always keeping your arms straight and locked. Bending at the elbow with a lot of weight in your hand can really put your bicep in a bad position. He's doing a great job maintaining the weight on his heels, so if that anything were to happen, he'd fall backwards as opposed to forward. Falling forward in a deadlift will put your back in a really compromising position. Believe me, I know from experience it can mess you up for a little while. The arch lower back again, which he's doing a great job doing. Proper breathing, which we can touch base on. Something we always want to see is a lifter utilizing proper breathing. The Valsalva maneuver can be utilized correctly, but for a lifter who isn't trained in it, we'd like to see an exhale on the way up, at least slight, if not completely, because we don't want our athletes passing out. Another thing Chris is doing, he does have a neutral head alignment. He is looking up a bit, but then again, that's really on personal preference, and how the lifter will train will also distinguish between another person. And again, he's keeping the bar nice and close to his body. He's doing a great job doing that.